Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can.
A lot of people have been asking for ever since I started doing the Dolly show. They asked me why I didn't sing the song about Jolene. Now, this is a true story for those of you that don't know. I wrote this song about 20 years ago about this woman down in Nashville who worked at the bank. She was trying to take care of my husband while I was out on the road. Well, that didn't go over too big with me. I fought that red-headed woman like a wildcat. She jerked my wig off and almost beat me to death with it. But I kept my husband. I got that sucker home and I beat the tar out of him. We got a whole bunch of red-headed women down here. As a matter of fact, Jolene looked a whole lot like you red-headed hussy. Oh, so here we go with a pitiful story.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Hey everyone, welcome to Famous Faces Scoop TV. I am Wendy, and as the world continues to mourn the passing of Dolly Parton, the legendary singer, songwriter, actress, businesswoman, and philanthropist who passed away peacefully in Nashville, Tennessee on Tuesday, August 25th at the age of 80. Since the announcement, tributes have poured in from every corner of the world, revealing just how deeply Dolly's music, kindness, and generosity touched people across generations. Today, we are remembering not only the extraordinary voice behind some of music's most unforgettable songs, but also the remarkable woman whose heart may have shone even brighter than the rhinestones she wore. Dolly's family publicist and official website confirmed her passing. Her representative subsequently said she had faced a brief battle with cancer. Although the specific type of cancer has not been publicly disclosed, out of respect for Dolly and her loved ones, we will not speculate about her medical condition or attempt to connect her passing to any previously reported health difficulties. Dolly's final days should not overshadow the incredible life she lived, the barriers she broke, or the millions of lives she changed through her music and charitable work. Now, at Dolly's request, a small and private service will be held for immediate family members. No public funeral has been announced. Her family has asked supporters not to send flowers, but instead to make donations to Dolly's Imagination Library. Fans have also been invited to share tribute messages through Dolly's official social media accounts and website. Dollywood will remain open as scheduled, and representatives of the park have said that plans for a memorial honoring its beloved dreamer-in-chief will be announced in the near future. One of the most emotional tributes came from Dolly's goddaughter, Miley Cyrus. Miley said she now has an angel by her side and reflected on the love, guidance, and encouragement Dolly gave her throughout her life. Their connection was far deeper than their famous performances of Jolene or Dolly's memorable appearances as Aunt Dolly on Hannah Montana. Dolly had known Miley's family for decades and became a trusted, loving presence in Miley's life. Miley promised to honor Dolly by continuing to create, remain strong, and make her proud. The tributes have stretched far beyond country music. Beyoncé described Dolly as bold, brilliant, and truly one of a kind. Taylor Swift remembered her as a woman of grace, strength, and authenticity. Celine Dion, Paul McCartney, Elton John, Reba McEntire, Kate Urban, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and many others have celebrated Dolly's talent, humor, and humanity. Former President Barack Obama also recognized her cultural philanthropic contributions, and these messages show that Dolly did not belong to only one musical generation, or one part of America. Her influence reached across the entire world. And even Buckingham Palace became part of the global farewell. During the changing of the guard ceremony, the band of the Coldstream Guards performed Dolly's famous song 9 to 5. Hearing that familiar melody played outside the palace was a powerful reminder of how far the girl from the Smoky Mountains traveled without ever forgetting where she came from. Dolly once performed during Queen Elizabeth's, the second Silver Jubilee celebrations, and decades later, Britain's royal guards honored her in one of the country's most recognized ceremonial traditions. Dolly Rebecca Parton was born on January 19, 1946 in Sevier County, Tennessee. She grew up as one of 12 children in a small one-bedroom home in Smoky Mountains. Her family had very little money, but their home was filled with music, storytelling, faith, and love. And those early experiences inspired songs such as Coat of Many Colors, a moving story about a coat her mother made from pieces of fabric. Dolly transformed an experience of childhood poverty into a timeless message about dignity, gratitude, and the priceless value of a mother's love. And after finishing her high school, Dolly moved to Nashville to pursue her dream. She became widely known through the Porter Wagoner show, but she eventually decided to establish herself as an independent artist when she left that professional partnership. She wrote, "I Will Always Love You" as her farewell. The song became a country, classic before Whitney Houston's extraordinary version introduced it to an even larger global audience. Dolly's genius was her ability to take deeply personal emotions and express them through words that millions of people could recognize within their own lives. And her extraordinary catalog included Jolene, 9 to 5, Coat of Many Colors, and I Will Always Love You. She sold more than 100 million records and received 11 Grammy Awards during a career that spanned more than 6 decades. Dolly also became a successful actress through films including 9 to 5 and Steel Magnolias. She built Dollywood into an important entertainment, destination and economic force in Tennessee, creating jobs and opportunities close to the community that raised her. However, Dolly's greatest achievement may not be measured in record sales, awards, or ticket numbers. In 1995, she created the Imagination Library after being inspired by her father, who could not read or write. What began as a small literacy, program in her home county grew into an international movement that has delivered hundreds of millions of free books to children. Somewhere in the world, a child may learn to read, discover confidence, or imagine a completely different future because Dolly Parton believed that every child deserved access to books. Dolly's passing came after another painful chapter in her life. Her husband, Carl Dane, passed away in March 2025 following nearly 60 years of marriage. Carl remains largely outside the spotlight, but Dolly often spoke about their private and enduring relationship. They protected their marriage from the pressures of fame and found happiness in simple moments together. Dolly will reportedly be laid to rest beside Carl, allowing the couple, who shared almost 6 decades of marriage, to remain together. There is also one final one final piece of, Dolly's musical legacy waiting for a future generation. Dolly recorded a song titled My Place in History, which was sealed inside a time capsule at Dollywood's Dreammoor Resort. The song is not scheduled to be heard until January 19, 2046, the date that will have marked Dolly's 100th birthday. Dolly once joked that she regretted rocking it away because she believed it was a very good song. That time capsule now carries even greater meaning. 20 years from now, the world may hear Dolly's voice delivering a message from another time. And perhaps this is why so many people feel as though they have lost someone they personally knew. Dolly could stand beneath the brightest lights in the world while remaining warm, humorous, and approachable. She never appeared ashamed of her humble beginnings, and she never allowed fame to erase her faith or compassion. She demonstrated, that a woman could be glamorous, intelligent, ambitious, funny, independent, and generous at the same time. She showed us that kindness is not weakness and that success becomes more meaningful when it is used to lift other people. Now, Dolly Parton's voice may now be silent, but her words will continue singing for generations. Her legacy lives inside the songs people played when they are falling in love, grieving, walking, dreaming, or remembering home. It lives in Dollywood, in the artist she inspired, and in every child who receives a book through the Imagination Library. The little girl from a one-bedroom Tennessee home became a global icon without ever losing the warmth, faith, or generosity that made the world fall in love with her. So rest respectfully and peacefully, Dolly Parton. Thank you for the music, the laughter, the courage, and the countless acts of kindness. Thank you for showing the world that a dream can begin in a humblest home and grow beyond anything imaginable. You once promised that you will always love us, and judging by the extraordinary outpouring of love now surrounding your memory, the world will always love you. Now, famous fam, what is your favorite Dolly Parton song, film, or memory? Please share it in the comments so that we can celebrate the beautiful life and lasting legacy of this extraordinary woman. Keep Dolly's family, friends, and loved ones in your thoughts and prayers during this deeply difficult time. If this tribute touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Famous Faces Scoop TV, where we honor the stories and legacies behind the famous faces we will never forget. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Jolene, 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 I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can.